So it's welding day today at my shed. Just got this block set up. I've been making the mounts all morning, this part. I've had them off on the bench and boxed them in. So now I'm just tacked the plates, levelled all the engine up. I've got the whole car up in the air. I levelled that up and it's just easier to put the centre line down. I've got marks under the car from when I set it up originally, so I've just drop lined that and put a string down with those marks, which is what's on that paper. Centre line of the engine lines up with that with a plumb bob. The back already existed because the gearbox was already mounted, but yeah, we just checked all that. So the only thing that I can't really understand with this setup, and it was always like it, where you just can't get it down any lower because it hits, even though this is a dry sump, it's right on the crank. I've got about 5mm clearance down here on the steering gear, on the drag link, and the back's up as high as it can go. I've got about 5mm clearance on the spinning part of the output shaft on to, you know, the drive shaft, so the back can't come up, and this engine still sits at 5 degrees, so considering I had fuel issues, that might be another thing to look at addressing, where I may have to machine the carburetor flange on the manifold to try and get it up a bit more level perhaps. Not sure, but we'll worry about that a bit later in the piece when this one ships out and starts getting machined. I'm waiting, I've got 3 weeks to wait again for my pistons from Summit, and then we can rip into that. All my other parts are here now, so before the end of today I'm going to drop the fuel tank out of here so that we can, now that I've got it up in the air, because I do need to put it back down again, but all I've got to do is get the, there's just a line of bolts each side to drop this out, drop the lines, but there's no fuel in it, so that should come down pretty easy just on the trolley jack. Yeah, then I can take the lid off it. I'll show you that one. It's got 1,000,000 bolts around it holding the lid on, and I'll put that in. But yeah, just taking a break, so I thought I'd do a bit of a quick update. I'm going to rip this out now. Well, I'll take it out before I completely weld around these plates. There was a fair amount of corrosion on here when I knocked the old mount off. I think I threw it out. I don't think I kept that one. This one's really is good, but the other one was completely, like half of the material was rusted out, so it was worth knocking off just for that. But I think the problem I was having, you might be able to see a small line across here, the mount, which I've ground out for other reasons at the moment. This was sitting up against there, so the motor was pretty much sitting on metal, or was at least touching, so that would have helped transfer a bit of vibration. Anyway, got my, while I'm waiting, once I've cleaned up here and got rid of all the dust, I'll make a clean area and put this stuff together. So this is my 3.5:1, and that's my Detroit locker. Just been mucking around dummying that up during the week. But yeah, that's about all that's going on here at the moment. Father's Day tomorrow, so we'll probably go and do a bit with the family and leave this junk. Anyway, we'll catch us later.